This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I'm delighted to be here helping you with playing the guitar. In this video, we're going to continue on working with reading E, F, and G from our standard music notation that we're playing on that top string in first position on the guitar. And of course, the melodies that we're working on right now have whole notes, half notes, and quarter notes. Now, in this video, our rhythmic values are going to be a little bit less predictable. In the last video, as we worked on learning E, F, and G, how to play those notes on the guitar, we played some pretty predictable rhythms with those. But in this lesson, the songs that we're going to be playing have less predictable rhythms. So we're going to really be working on getting a little bit more comfortable with our rhythms in this video. Now, this video does accompany Lesson 1 from my Note Reading Books 1 and 2 Method book. So if you have that book, you're going to want to turn to pages 11 and 12. We're going to be jamming together on the songs or exercises from those pages, and it's going to be great. Okay, so let's dive in here a little bit and talk about counting rhythms. When the rhythms are less predictable, one trick that can help us play the notes in the right place rhythmically is to count the beats. And so we're going to practice a little bit on this with number 5 together. So you've got number 5 there on page 11. So we've got the whole notes worth 4 counts, our half notes worth 2 counts, and our quarter notes worth 1 count. Right now, we're in 4/4 time, meaning we have 4 beats per measure or 4 counts per measure, 4 quarter notes per measure, 2 half notes per measure, 1 whole note, or a combination of half notes and quarter notes that add up to 4. So as we're playing this, we want to make sure and play each of the melody notes in the right place. So starting there on number 5, it starts out with a whole note. If I count the beats out loud, 1, 2, 3, 4, at whatever tempo we're playing at, that can help me find where I have the entrances of each of these notes. So we got that whole note in the first measure, and then we have 2 half notes in the second measure. Then we get to the third measure, we have a half note and 2 quarter notes, and then we're back to 2 half notes. So just for example here, as I play through this first line of number 5, and you can play along with me if you want to, or you can just watch the demonstration, I'm going to count out loud the counts and make sure each one of those notes come in on the right place. Now you can substitute the name of the pitch for where it comes in, the number in place of where it comes in, which I'll demonstrate as well. But this first time I'm just going to go ahead and count through demonstrating this. So I would go 1, 2, ready, and I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So counting out loud can help me keep track of the beat and then just make sure I bring in those pitches on the right beat that they come in. That's one way to do it. Now, helping us with memorizing these notes, it can be useful to say the name of the note when we get to that note. So I can replace the number of the beat I'm on with the name of that pitch right where it enters. So for example, I'd have 1, 2, ready, and we'd have E, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, F, 4, E, 2, G, F, E, 2, G, 4. Or alternatively, instead of saying the actual beat, I might get confused by that. That might be more mental work than you need to. You can just count the number of counts each pitch lasts for. So for example, instead of doing the actual beat there in that second measure, I could go G, 2, F2. That might be another useful way to do it. So if I did that first line using that approach, I'd go ready and E, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, F2, E2, G, F, E2, G2. So that's sort of how to count through the beats, and that can help you find where these different pitches come in as you're working on them rhythmically. Now we're going to jam together as we've been doing with the last video. We're going to jam together with the band play along track. You, me, and the band, we're going to be jamming on these melodies, numbers 5, 6, and 7 at 2 different tempos. The first tempo will be at 80 beats per minute, and then we can play a little faster at 100 beats per minute. So you get 2 different tempos you can practice it at. As you're using these jam along tracks, some things that can help you is if you're you're sort of struggling to keep up and it's just a little bit tricky, it's nice to break things down, help our mind, help our body out as we're playing these. And just say the names of the notes as you go through them. So as the track is playing along, you can just say the names of the notes. E, and you may want to count the rhythms too if you wanted to. E, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, F, 2, and so on. So you could just say the names of the notes. That might be useful. If the rhythms are tricking you up, you can just strum, play one note with a muted string. So just use your left hand, mute the strings, and pluck it in your right hand. Or you could do all 6 strings, or you could clap. So I could clap 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just trying to play those notes where they happen rhythmically. But I also think it's helpful, instead of clapping, to just play a muted string, or to play all 6 muted strings, or more than one muted string in a strumming fashion. But since we're working here with individual notes, it may help with the control, whether you're using your thumb or a pick, to just go ahead and pluck the notes, just one note at a time. So I mute that top string, and I would go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are some different ways to take advantage of jamming along with these tracks if you need to break it down a little bit and get it locked in a little bit more. Now, you might be familiar with reading notes already, or it might just be coming naturally to you with this top string and be nice and easy, and you can just go ahead and play those notes right along with me on these jam along tracks. So it's going to be super fun. We'll have a measure played with the drums, a drum fill for a measure, and then we'll be in and we'll play through these individual tracks together, these individual exercises or songs together with the jam along band tracks. So it's going to be super fun. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, great. I hope you're having fun with this. In the next video, we're going to be heading into lesson 2. We're going to start working on B, C, and D, which are on that second string, which is going to be great. So I'll see you then. Take care. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at kristenbromley.com. Take care.